Look at this beast. I've had the same scales, shipping scales, for 15 years, and I had to get rid of them when I left the US. So one of the first things I did here was get a nice set of shipping scales. These are by Post Ship, and they do kg, G, lbs, everything you want. I think even stone. So yeah, that was quite exciting. Just started shipping my first guitars via eBay. There's a Royal Mail strike at the moment, a slowdown, and Royal Mail is one of the couriers for Parcel Force, so I'm having to learn how to ship things with Every. And my courier, which was Hermes, another company, didn't show up to pick up the guitar, so I had to take it to a drop-off point, which is the local Tesco's. So it's all new to me. I mean, I haven't been in the UK since all of this developed, so it's a big learning curve on the shipping, but fun. I enjoy it, and I really, really appreciate the people who send me tips through the comments. So a lot of my viewers are from the UK. They know I'm new here, and they're always sending me little tips, where to find things, who carries what. One of you gave me a tip about Donna guitars having a daily special on their UK site, and their accessories being really, really good. Cables, stuff like that. So that's good to know. That's really helpful. Another person told me that Andertons is now carrying Grote guitars, which is interesting. I did not know that. It's good to see Grote appearing on the UK market. And I also found a couple of IYVs appearing on Amazon. They're quite expensive, so I think they're being shipped from the UK or maybe straight from Asia. So they're not as good of a deal as the ones I was getting over there. And of course, I related the Harley Benton US warehouse news in a recent video, which some of you are talking about in the comments as well. I think I mentioned it on one or two videos back, but that's great news. Here you can order Harley Benton on Reverb and get them free shipping. That's fantastic. Unfortunately, that doesn't really help us in the UK. Although I think most people are okay in the UK just ordering direct from Thomann. I think the shipping is fairly reasonable. So a lot of good things that people are sharing on the comments. I'm really grateful for all the tips and all the updates that I get. I had an interesting comment. I apologize that I don't remember the names of the people sending these comments. I just did a big update of comment replies. Somebody was talking about the white pickguard on the Heartwood Villanelle guitar being sort of a guitar tradition. You know, you see it with Jim Dandy guitars, you see it with old Montgomery Ward guitars and the like. And they made the comment that guitar traditions, we call them guitar traditions, but it's really inertia. I thought that was a really interesting comment. Yeah, and you're right. I mean, there are a lot of guitar traditions that are worth maintaining. They're great, they're fantastic. We fight to retain them, we fight to keep them. They're worth keeping. And there are others that are head scratches, you know, where you wonder why company after company after company keeps doing this same thing over and over again, and why we can't break out of the mold for a particular feature or something like that. Now, I'm kind of used to that because I came to guitars through the violin tradition. My early training was with bowed string instruments. Those of you who are new will not know this, but I worked with violins and cellos long before I worked with guitars. And the violin world, those of you who know the violin world, is even more conservative. They don't like newness, they don't like innovation. Everything is about history, provenance, retaining the secrets, or the the great equations that the great makers like Amati, Guarneri, Stradivarius came up with. So scrolls get cut the same way, the same varnish mixtures are applied. you know, you don't use electric tools when you're graduating a violin top. You know, so many traditions that are upheld in most violin making circles. So when I move over to guitar circles and I hear about how conservative it is, I kind of chuckle to myself, because although there are elements of conservatism in the guitar world, it's not nearly the same as the orchestral world of instruments. So, or the other kinds of string instruments. So, yeah, I think, you know, there are always things to question. There are always things to maybe update, change, find progress from. And then there are some things that should be retained, maintained, kept as traditional. But it's a fun comment. It's an interesting thing to talk about. I'm in a bit of a Christmas slowdown because there's quite a interruption to the shipping in the UK at the moment. The Royal Mail is on strike, so it's affecting the flow of different, not just the Royal Mail, but also different companies like Parcel Force. And I have limited space, so I've still got, I think, 6-7 guitars here, one left today. Hopefully the last few days before Christmas, local people will want these, and then I'll have room to stock some more, and hopefully explore some more brands. But anyway, I wanted to get a video out to you. Thank you for those who commented kindly about my experimental video of doing a bit of luthery work. It was not planned. I left the camera on and got that footage by accident. I just chopped it up and threw it on a video because people have really asked me to include more, you know, sort of repair action shots. So, and that's another thing that I will try to do in this new year, is maybe start filming some procedures. I'm a bit of a novice when it comes to you know, the kind of angles, the kind of camera action, how to film something, or and how it will affect my repair work on film. So you'll forgive me if I've been slow to move into this area. I want to do it, and I will learn. Like everything else, I'll learn by attrition, and you know, you'll guide me along the way. But I do plan to maybe do some setup work, show you at least my method of how I do things, the tools I use, how I, you know, deal with certain issues with guitars and other instruments. So stay tuned, that'll be coming soon. I got to something about this light behind me, don't I? I realize I'm going to get comments on that as well. So yeah, I'll find a backdrop or something to spruce up these videos. This is an old shed, and this is the repair place I've been granted, and where I'm going to be shooting most of my videos. So I'll do my best to make the videos look better as we go. All right, folks. Thanks for your patience and your interest. I appreciate it. And thanks for your kind comments and all of your correspondence. Keep it coming. I really enjoy it. Okay, have a great holiday. Christmas coming this weekend, or whatever holiday you celebrate. I hope you have a good time with your families and get to play a lot of music together, because that's what it's all about. All right, folks. See you next time.